Hey guys, what is going on? This is Willow, and today I'm bringing you another cut commentary. Now, I haven't done a cut commentary in a while. I've been doing a lot of commentary-based clip of the weeks, all those jazzy videos, along those lines. I also did an outtake video the other day as well from a Q&A that me and my uncle did, which will be coming out on, well, as soon as I hit 250 subs, I'll be bringing out the Q&A. But anyway, I'm going to be doing a cut commentary, so I hope you lot do enjoy it, so let's get into it. So the topic for this video is actually, a previous experience. So, I'm actually going to be talking about a reason how I got suspended, my first ever suspension from school, and trust me, I should have really a load of these stories. I had a very fun time in secondary school because I just fucked around all the time. So guys, I don't know if any of you lot can remember, but I believe it was around 2013. I'm guessing around February, March time of 2013 this came out. Just off the top of my head, I'm remembering this. A challenge swept across YouTube, and it was called the Welcome to Beast Challenge, and it was run by KSI Legit ABT. Now, I'm going to assume that you all know what this is, what this challenge was, and all of everything behind it, just for the sake of the video, not making it too long, so I have to go through the rules. So I was looking at a lot of the responses, and I was seeing a lot of people, let's say, they're going to London, into the middle of it, and shouting Welcome to Beast. Now, although they were good, I thought I could do one better than everyone else, and I actually decided to do mine in a school assembly. So that night I snuck into, well, not snuck really, I walked into my front room and grabbed the camera that I knew was next to my mum's chair. We all have like our own chairs and stuff like that, we all have like our sitting positions, and my mum's next to the window. So whilst everyone was asleep, I climbed in and looked behind, and I grabbed the camera and I hid it in my bag the night before. Now this was just, a basic flip cam, nothing much to it. I didn't know how to work it at all, and I asked my friend, I was like, hey, I'm going to do this in assembly, you're sitting next to me, you're going to record me doing it. Now, what made this, what made this a bit worse on my half, and potentially ruined my school's reputation, as they said it was, I ruined the school's reputation, there was actually a guest speaker in that week, and he was coming from a local Catholic church. Oh no, there was a clip! Oh god, he's a shot gonna fuck my life. There was a clip. There was one of those clippy clips. So, he was coming in from a Catholic church. Now, I had already made a bet prior to this assembly and finding out who was actually in the assembly. I had made a bet with my friend that I'd do it. He didn't believe I'd do it. He said I'd pussy out. And I was, obviously when there was money on the line in that sense, I had to do it, because although you'd have won £500 if you did win the overall competition, I had extra money on the line from friends betting me, saying, I bet you don't do it, I bet you do it, I bet you don't do it, whatever, yada yada yada. And so I actually did, even though it never got publicised. I did actually make £20 from my friend. We betted £20, so it was worth it for me, just that little bit of money. So I kind of got into my position. I made sure I was like, I was sweating buckets at this point, literally adrenaline running through your body. I physically felt sick because I was in an assembly, adrenaline was pumping, I was sweating, there was people around me, and they were all like, is he going to do it, he was not going to do it. People had snuck into the assembly and sat at the back, where basically if you turn up late you have to sit in the back. They swapped ties, because we had coloured ties, so you could find out whose assembly it was. So people were swapping ties and making sure they could get into the assembly. It was like a massive event for the school. All of the kids at the school, it's like almost like an event. And it was coming up to the end, and I said, alright, I'll do it at the end. So turn it on when everyone starts applauding the person coming in, everyone clapped him off, whatever. I said start recording then, I'll do it once the applause stop. Right at the end of the assembly, and I wasn't going to do it in the middle of it, I wasn't going to interrupt what he was saying. So everyone's applauding, I stand up and start applauding, and all the teachers are looking at me like, whoa, what's going on, why is he stood up for? What's he going to say, what's he going to do? And I have a pretty loud voice, I can project my voice quite far, especially in a room that's kind of echoey, because there's not much in it, it was just people, but it was a very tall and very wide building, our assembly hall was. So I projected my voice, it echoed, everyone heard it, pretty much. There was a couple classes down from where the assembly hall is. They were like, we heard you say it, and we also saw you get dragged by a teacher. Pretty much dragged, she had me by the neck. like held me like there, like on the scruff of my shirt, like pretty much dragging me along with it. It's like, why did you do it for? Why would you ruin such an assembly? You know. And some teacher said it was a very moving assembly and you ruined it. And she started crying. Now, so yeah, she started crying. She said it was a moving assembly, and I was wrong. I probably should have said, oh, I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. Like my friend did. He said, oh, I'm really sorry. And he only got a week suspension. I got 2 weeks off, mainly because I was like the culprit. He only recorded, and I said, all he did was cut a tie in half. That's all I can remember from that assembly. And she said, and she went ballistic. I can't even. Oh God, too funny. But I wish I still had the recording. I wish the recording actually got up, because they took the camera away from me. And they were like, we've got to delete the footage, we're going to use everything, all of this as evidence to the police. And I was just like, you're getting the police involved over some shit like this? That's pathetic. And I also was like kind of trying to be a smart, cocky person, because I was just a bit of an arsehole back then. I still am, to be honest. And I said that they like gave me a list of like school rules and school policies and all this bollocks. And I said, oh yeah, I can't read on there, no shouting out in assembly, like in this smug voice. And they said to me that yeah, but it was no interrupting a lesson. And I was like, well, it wasn't a lesson. He said, if you actually listened to the assembly, you'd have found out he was teaching us about Jesus or fucking some bollocks like that. I can't even remember. But that was my first ever suspension from school. If you don't want to hear my second suspension, which is still very funny, not as funny, and most probably won't make up a whole video, I'll tell you that. I also have a bunch of other different things that I've done. Like there's a girl in our school with a mullet, and we all bought like mullet wigs and wore them in. And we used to like walk past and go "Muletta" like that, but like really loud. And the teachers used to hate us for it, and we were hoodlums. That was what we were. My group of friends. You know, we just had a good laugh, really. But you know, if you lot did enjoy that story and you do want to see more stories in my cutcoms and stuff like that, then you know, just let me know. I'll make sure to make some more. I got a bunch I can most likely think of. I might do a little meet-up with some of my friends and be like, yo, let's, you know, refresh our minds of all the fun we've had. So anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this cutcom, make sure to leave a like and a comment. If you're feeling extra sexy, make sure to drop a favourite. My name has been Willow. You guys are absolutely amazing, and I'll speak to you soon. Peace.